Scene A, take 2.
And action.
When folks are preparing for a presentation, one of the key questions they ask themselves is how they can be more confident. Now, before we get there, what I ask them to do is focus on 2 other things: clarity and conviction. Now, clarity is not about going to an LLM, prompting it, asking questions, and getting content out of it. Clarity is a little more old school. It allows you to take a piece of paper, a pen, and just write things down. But I don't mean just jotting down rough bullet points. I mean writing the whole thing from A to Z. Now, what it forces you to do is put on paper your thoughts, your observations, your own knowledge in such a way that allows you to make sense of that particular topic, of that particular pitch. If you want a snappy soundbite for this, it's about think, write, speak, repeat. Think, write, speak, repeat. If you're able to follow this, you're a lot more likely to generate sentences that you can say yourself. You're more likely to give examples, numbers, things that stick in people's minds. But if you don't, you're simply regurgitating what the LLM gave you. And this is something that's going out of fashion. So if you want to be good and clear and convincing and communicate conviction, you actually have to go back to basics and write things by hand. Now, this is built on an assumption that you really know your subject. Now, what I want to do is give you another tool, which is essentially, it's a lot about knowing what you know and knowing the things that you don't quite well enough yet. You can think about Donald Rumsfeld and his quad chart, known unknowns, unknown unknowns, and so forth. Map your area of expertise, your area of competence, and go from there. Speak from a place you know. And if you don't, go out of your way to read, to actually research the subject in such a way that allows you to make sense of it. And this is where the next tool is going to be exceptionally useful. It's also known as the 5 whys. And more importantly, it's how you use the 5 whys to make connections between topics, subjects, to make sense of the content. Now, the content itself is not a problem. What becomes challenging is creating a mental model, a mental map of how the various parts of your content integrate with one another. So the 5 whys originally is from Toyota, and a corporation that had, well, a few things break down in a conveyor belt, and what they needed to do is make sure that they would find the cause and effect relationship between these breakdowns. So let's say one piece of the equipment broke down, they would ask why. That might lead them to investigate that something else caused it way before. Maybe a faulty rig, maybe electronics, you name it. But they went down and further down to the point where they identify the culprit. Now, this tool is very simple, but it has its issues. For example, in science, correlation does not imply causation. You need to be able to not just find associations, you need to find clear-cut relationships to be able to tell a compelling, clear story. And stories is what's necessary for the audience to really remember and follow and understand what you're saying. Now, causality is the holy grail of research and all that, but it's very difficult to achieve. In hard sciences, a little easier. But for experiential topics, let's say you're CEO of a company, you're talking about users, you're talking about people who are in love with your product, you can find relationships, you can find claims that are true. Now, this has to do a lot with creating meaning, not just dumping information onto people from your own little isolated perch. Now, this brings us to the final subject, a very important subject, and that is generalist cultures and specialist cultures. Within an organization, you might have somebody who sits in a particular silo. There might be a financial specialist. There might be a cybersecurity specialist. But the point of the matter is that they have their own domain and they know a lot about it. When prompted to explain outside the scope of their particular job, responsibility, they struggle. Now, very often, that's what you need to be able to do. You need to be able to create links between subjects, between various forms of application of the field, not just give data, not just give information, but give a practical use case of how what you know can be essentially useful for that customer group, that particular target audience. Now, if you're not able to do that, the generalist, well, it will be a great communicator, but their level of depth in any particular subject is going to be way too shallow. And the other end, the specialist, is going to have essentially horse blinds, purely talking about the stuff they know, suffering from curse of knowledge, and overwhelming the audience with content that they don't find relevant. What is important is that through clear mapping of audience needs, clear mapping of what drives them and actual case studies that go beyond your silo, you're able to create these links and put them in a short presentation. And if you do, you're a lot more likely to speak clearly, you're more likely to speak with conviction, and more likely to land the message with your audience.